Hey everyone! Today I want to talk about a word we use all the time in Magic, and almost never stop to think about. Bulk. If you've been around Magic or any TCG, you know the word. Bulk rares, bulk commons, bulk boxes. And usually when people say bulk, what they mean is not valuable, not important, not worth thinking about. But that's not actually what the word means, and I think the way we use it has shaped how we see parts of the game. From an English perspective, bulk just means quantity, mass, volume. It doesn't mean bad, but culturally we've loaded it with that meaning. In Magic, bulk has become shorthand for this doesn't matter, and I don't think that's true. When I label cards as bulk, what I usually mean is very specific. I'm not listing these for sale on TCG Player. That's it. It doesn't mean they're worthless, it doesn't mean they're unplayable, and it definitely doesn't mean they're useless. A great example of this is my Feather the Redeem deck. If you've ever looked at Feather lists, you'll notice a lot of the cards people run are what the community would call bulk. Cheap instants, commons, uncommons, cards that have been printed a million times. But in that deck, they're incredible. They're efficient, synergistic, and fun. Those cards aren't bulk to that deck, they're essential. And honestly, Cube is an even clearer example. Most cubes don't work in spite of bulk cards, they work because of them. Commons and uncommons, role players, redundancy, cards that aren't flashy on their own but become incredible in the right environment. A cube without bulk cards isn't a cube. It's just a pile of highlights. Which brings me to something I think we forget a lot. What's bulk to one person isn't bulk to everyone. Context matters. A card might not be worth listing online. It might not be exciting to open in a pack. But it could be exactly what someone else needs. And here's where things get a little strange. If you've ever tried to find specific commons or uncommons, the kinds of cards people casually call bulk, you've probably noticed they're weirdly hard to get. They don't get listed, shipping costs 10 times more than the card. Or they're locked behind systems that weren't really designed for people who just need a handful of simple pieces. That's not anyone doing something wrong, it's just how the system has evolved. But it does make me wonder what it would look like if bulk was treated less like a nuisance and more like infrastructure. I don't have a clean answer yet, but it's something I care a lot about. There are organizations like Magic Kids, for example, that actively want your bulk. Because to kids who are just learning the game, those cards aren't bulk. They're Magic cards, they're decks, they're creativity. They're the start of a relationship with the game. Kids don't open a common and think, wow, this has no secondary market value. They think, oh cool, what does this do? And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. So when I speed through cards I'm calling bulk in a video, I'm not dismissing them. I'm just saying this isn't the part we're focusing on right now. Because to me, bulk isn't about worth, it's about use case. Not every card needs to be chased. Not every card needs to be optimized. Some cards just need a home. That's the kind of Magic I love, and that's the dream I'm trying to build.